Line.
Detroit! Detroit! Four down, check, four down. Back 99 Philly, here we go! Shift. Safe. 58, right over there. Yeah. Right, 58, right there.
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his left. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a third down.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Jackson from the shotgun. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Swing on the field, right. To the right. Get out.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. He finds an opening past the 40. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
No matter the week, no matter the team, you're going to hear coaches wax nostalgic for big tight ends that can control the edge of the line of scrimmage. Well, sometimes you don't have a tight end in the game, so now you're looking at your tackles. Can they control the perimeter? Make sure that that gets sealed off so there's no penetration off of the edge. If they're able to do that, that's why
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Jadeveon Clowney. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19. On play action, Prescott. Flush to it. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Eric Kendricks in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. Sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Jackson on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Gone!
3rd and 2, here's Jackson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Prescott now on 2nd down. He'll rifle this one deep right, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well, all right? If you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get sixes. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Jackson. He's going to sling this deep down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. On 2nd down, Jackson. He's going to let it go deep for the... And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Second down, Prescott. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 39 that time.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage. Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. 3 down.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. They got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. To the right side here, the tight end Thomas. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now Jackson to throw on 2nd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll run the option right here on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Jackson now looking to throw on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. From the gun, Jackson. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming fourth down. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
This is Marshall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Awesome. 46.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Play action now, Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Buying time to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
A second down throw for Prescott. Now he'll escape to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
On third down, it's Prescott. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Graham able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it'll be fourth down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 23. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Watching that, Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now Marshall. And an alley to run. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. On the stop, Stephon Anthony with a tackle. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Prescott from the gun. Dancing to his left. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
On fourth, they do snap it to Prescott. He's got the hook up to Lee. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard fourth down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
Let's go, let's finish now. Woo! Let's go, get out.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
Completes it to Lee. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Let's go, let's finish now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Prescott off play action. Able to shake him off. Trying to improvise. Just keeping the play alive. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Brandon Graham in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Back now in Jacksonville. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Jaguars getting set to go. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you had periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, That's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Pernell McPhee. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Returnable here from the 38. Penalty stings big time there, wipes away a very good return.
And they work out it so hard because the goal is give yourself some space for your offense to really work. Try and gain an additional first down outside the 20 or 25-yard line. Instead, this one's going to come back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, it stays up. Eluding the pressure right. That'll be caught right side by Reed.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Freeman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Hey, 47.
They'll toss it out to Carson. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Keith Marshall with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jags. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Looking left-sided, he's got a man. It's Gordon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you, push them deep, find some space, and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
To throw on second down, Finley. Inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From the gun, Finley. He's got it. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Ted Ginn with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are back within a score. So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2. Operating from the gun, Finley. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Marshall now, the return. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. So he got free at 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And here's Marshall. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
Awesome.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Caught on the right side, Reed. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Out to the left here to Reed. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
They find some open field here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
He's back to throw. And it is caught right at the 10-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 30 yards there. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Marshall now, the return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Brandon Graham. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Back to throw. Oh, Prescott stripped. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now he's forced out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Good. Go, get out there.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Hurry up. Here we go. Green 3.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Jags, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the loss here will move them back to 5.